seems like quite an apt place to start my first video log. I'm at Porlock Wier. It's February the 6th. It's pissing with rain. It's probably about an air temperature of about 5 degrees. It's very cold. My family is staying at Yenworthy Barn, which is about 6 or 7 miles from here uphill, about 500-600 feet of ascent up this. And it's going to be a nice run. Very muddy, very hilly, but just what I love. It's a beautiful spot. It's very quiet, there's no one else around. So get started. Okay, I'm loath to stop really because it's quite cold, but just to give you an idea of what this is like here. Beautiful little trails. 150 feet or so above the coastline. Pissing with rain. Just passed someone, which is odd. I should have stopped to say hello really, but they seem very friendly. It's like a coast pathier, what we call them. But right, I'm gonna keep going. Well, that Porlock run turned out to be a lot more of an adventure than I was expecting, mainly as a result of not really planning it properly. I was going away with the family and it was all done in a bit of a rush really. So not only was the place I was staying at 800 feet above sea level instead of 500 or 600 as I thought, there was a total ascent of around 1,860 feet. So it was quite grueling. And pissing with rain, and the result was it destroyed my map and my shoes. Here's what remains of my map. Got very wet and it's trash now, so I've had to replace it. And here are my shoes. So they were getting a bit worn, so my toes popped through the side. They're splitting along the top there. They've lasted about 4 months. Used them about once a week for 4 months. All trail running, pretty hard running, most of it. Killerton Park run and sort of 10-mile local runs, coast runs, stuff like that. So they've done quite well really, and they are sold as a race shoe. I've just bought these Mudclaw 265s. I did a 10-mile run along the coast from Dartmouth to Tor Cross at the weekend. I've got a video about that as well. They are fantastic in the mud, but they are a bit heavier. They're lined, and the problem with them I found is that when they take in water, they absorb the water and hold them, so they end up being really quite heavy, and by the end of a 10-mile hill run in boggy conditions, I was struggling a bit, to be honest. But I'm going to keep them for short, sharp, muddy runs, and I've ordered another pair of these which I'm picking up today, so that'll be awesome. Just to give you an idea of what this run entailed, it started off at Porlock Wier, and some say actually this is the Southwest Coast Path, which is 600 miles long, so I did about a 5.5 mile section, run along here all the way along. It's to a place called Yenworthy Barn, where there's a beautiful barn you can hire out there. The issue I had is that at this point here, the Southwest Coast Path splits, and there's a new section along here which I ran, which meant that where I was looking out for these markers here, there weren't any, and I nearly missed this turning, which would have meant running another 7 miles to Lynmouth. So even though I had a map, because I hadn't really checked it out beforehand, it was a bit of an issue. But it all ended well, and it was a great run, and I'll be doing plenty more of them.